Gravelly woods. It's really beautiful here. I'm on my way now to see the Handsel trees. There were originally 4 of them, 3 only remain now. They are so named after the sisters who were all unfortunately murdered back in the 1700s because there was an outbreak of smallpox. 136 people apparently died, and they were blamed for it. The usual thing, they were accused of practicing witchcraft. I don't think they even practiced the craft, but locals didn't like the look of them anyway. So yeah, really lovely place to live in the 1700s. One of the trees is adorned with cluties and gifts. Originally I was just going to come and look at the trees with the cluties on, but I was a little bit wobbled by the idea of these murders. People who have visited the place do say that the vibe's pretty good, so I guess if there are any negative energies there, they've probably been discharged or converted or whatever happens. So we should be alright. I will dowse it with a pendulum, and I might actually use my rod because it's a bit more reliable for me, and I will see what happens. Always somebody coming. This is it. This is one of the Handsel trees. I guess they've had the clutie clear out. They're grand. This tree is ancient. I guess 300 odd years. Somebody surrounded the tree with these branches in a circle to keep the evil spirits in. I mean, that's all you want to say after the injustice that they've done. So the woman planted under here, supposedly. Okay, I'm going to get the dowsing rod out and see what happens. Not sure I can do this filming it at the same time, but I'm going to give it a go. So there's a rod. So just find the balance, and so can you say yes? Yep, okay, we've got one. Can I do this dowsing holding the camera? That says no. I think I just lost my balance. Can I do the dowsing holding this camera at the same time? No. Normally my straight ahead is a no, so I'm going to have to do it off camera. But what I normally do with these places, dowsing a site, is I always do may I, can I, should I. So first of all you recheck your indication for yes or no. Then you do may I, which is kind of asking around if it's okay for me to get the information, because we just don't know the big picture with all of these things. We just don't know what I'm going to do with the information. Should I really know how your life path will be altered by it, if at all? So may I is always the first question. Second is can I, which is am I actually capable of sensing the energies in these places? And I think the third one, should I, kind of almost marries in with the first one, but it's probably looking at it from a more moral point of view. Do the energies here want to keep themselves to themselves? I have some oath walking in with a dowsing rod sensing them. So that's what I'll do first, is may I, can I, should I, and then I'll go about trying to get some information from the place. So I'm going to put the camera on pause now and go and do some dowsing. Okay, may I, can I, should I has passed. Okay, so we're going to have a little look around now. I'm in the circle. Yep, hang on, let me try that again. So I'm out the circle and just getting a kind of feeling datum point here. So I think that's my neutral. So yes, yeah, okay. I think there is a little change of atmosphere as you go in. Now it may well be the kind of egregore energy, the kind of energy that people have put into planting the branches around. Interesting funguses around. So there we have. Oops, sorry. There we have a clunky cluster, and there's a big thing with wings bothering me. Oh, there you go. Free Palestine, end the occupation. Yeah, I'm down with that. Yeah. Yeah, it's got... There's an energy here, but it's not shouting. I will try it again without running the camera, because if it disturbs the dowsing it might well disturb this, but it looks... I think it's relatively okay with me being here. Lots of fungi. Oh, modern graffiti. I like the shell. I think you should always leave a little offering. I always leave an apple. It's nicely sort of biodegradable. So I'm going to do my little thing and then press on. In conclusion then, I've gone round and just had a little feel about the place, and the trees around the outside aren't to hold in evil spirits, it's to hold the place, because this is a sacred place now. There's definitely a shift as you walk across it. Yes, I think she's buried under there, but it's kind of long gone now, long past. I think people coming here and blessing the place has changed it. But yeah, you do have to kind of stay off the subject of what happened a little bit when you're in there. But the energies are very good, and I think if you come here, you'll be fine. So the next trick, the next plan is to try and find the other trees. I've just had a little talk with some visitors here who seem to know the area quite well, and this is actually tree number 1 by the sound of it. The one I just looked at was 2, and the third one's further back towards Wilton. This one's got a few cluties in it, and again it's had a ring constructed around it, which is probably relatively contemporary. Again, the tree looks really old. I'm not sure how long beech trees live. I would have thought longer than 300 years, so this one, I kind of wonder whether the trees were here before the sisters were buried here. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to do the dowsing thing again, and I shall let you know in the next segment. Just doused this one from outside the circle, and I've actually got a no. This one's not so forgiving. This one's not as positive as the other one, so I'm going to stay outside the boundary here. Try and film without dripping over. So, just give it one circle round the ring. So it's not all fluffiness and light. We do get some no's occasionally, and there's a few little widgets and things that people have left. But, the one I went to just now was a lot more positive. Conjectures could be that maybe the first one I went to has just been charged with a lot more positive energy that's sort of counteracted the original metaphysical dent of what happened 300 years ago. But I'm not going to go in that circle. I'd say it's probably about the same age as the other one. Like I say, I'm not sure these trees were planted on top of the grave sites. I think they may have already been here. So in conclusion then, actually a lot for this one. I'm going to head on now pretty much back the way I came and over the other side of the pathway, and I think that is where the third tree may be, according to the visitors here. Here we are then at the final of the 3 trees. I've actually visited them in the wrong order. The first one was number 2. The next one that I visited was number 3. And this is actually the primary tree. This is number 1. So I've dowsed around this one already, and it's very neutral compared to the other ones. So first one was really positive energy, second one really didn't want me in there, and the third one is a sort of well if you must kind of energy to it. Doused around it. I believe that these trees are actually growing near, not necessarily above, but near the sites of where the sisters were buried. There's actually 4, so this one's this one and the other 2 have actually got the graves at least nearby. Do beech trees really grow this big in 300 years? This is what keeps bothering me. This one's very neutral. It's the one everybody seems to visit, I guess, because it's actually the first on the path, although I missed it. Lots of danglies, dream catchers, toys and stuff hanging there. People think of some really odd things to leave as offerings. It's okay. All has positive meaning. I've even slept out here by the look of it. Ooh. Not sure they grow on wood though. Medicine bag. Little altar. Plastic cow. And there it is. Okay, heading back now to the Hollows bus stop. Trying to think of a way of wrapping this up. I think the sisters are buried there. The beech trees are unusual in a pine forest as well. And I visited them in the wrong order. The big one was the first one out from Wilton. Then you had the first one I visited, and then the final one was the one with not much around it and pretty bad energy. So, cause and effect. Is it that people didn't want to leave Clutie's there because it felt bad, or is it bad because people weren't generally sort of blessing the place up? I don't know. But there it is. So that's my visit to the Handsel trees. I'll pick up the pace a little bit here to make the bus, otherwise I've got to wait an hour. So here we are, marching on, heading back into the sunny world. I decided in the end not to go for the wartime shelter because it's a long way off, and there's your next YouTube rebuild project. So now I'm going to push on and get the bus. So that concludes the visit, and I hope I can edit this together into some sort of semi-cogent video. Bye.